You're watching WNY News Now, where coverage comes first.
Looking for a fair and honest auto mechanic? Look no further than WNY Auto Service. Located at 140 Main Street in Randolph, our family-owned business is ready for all of your automotive needs. From general service to more complex repairs, count on WNY Auto to keep you on the road. We not only keep your cars running smoothly, but also looking great with our expert detailing crew. Send us a message on Facebook or call us today at 716-358-2292 to set up an appointment. WNY Auto Service. Fair, honest, and the best prices guaranteed.
EagleZip.com is your local one-stop shop for all of your home and business computer needs. Located on Fluvan Avenue Extension, just outside of Jamestown, EagleZip.com sells and services all brands of desktops and laptops, as well as servers and network equipment for your business. All new computer sales include transferring your data from your old computer, plus a 2-year warranty. Call EagleZip.com today.
Stop by EagleZip.com today and let us make computers easy for you.
Thanks for joining us for a WNY News Now election night update. I'm Justin Gould. We have some big breaking news to declare in the race for New York's 23rd congressional district. Republican candidate Nick Langworthy, the GOP chairman for New York State, has declared victory and is now our projected winner with a sizable lead over the Democrat Max Delapia in this race. Delapia conceded to Langworthy just a little while ago. You see him now speaking with our news partner WNY News during at an event in South Buffalo. Our Bronson Rasmussen has been following this story and covering the Langworthy camp for us tonight. He joins us live now from downtown Buffalo, where Bronson Langworthy just about an hour ago came out and announced victory. And then, as I mentioned, about 20 minutes after that, we heard from his Democrat opponent, who indeed conceded. What's the latest in this race? And I know you got to hear from our Congressman-elect just a little bit ago.
Langworthy took the stage about an hour ago and really talked about his humble beginnings and what led to him really being in this race.
Because the truth is, I never expected to be a candidate for this office this year, myself. But as events unfolded, I could not sit on the sidelines and do nothing. Because Aaron and I were involved in politics, but we're just like any other family. You know, thinking about the future, lamenting about high grocery prices and gas prices. And don't even get started about what our energy bills are going to look like this winter. And tonight I will pledge to the people of the 23rd Congressional District that I will work with anyone in Washington, D.C. who is committed to a common sense agenda that puts America back on track for Western New York and the Southern Tier. Pledge that if the White House keeps taking action that hurts our families, hurts our community, and makes our nation weaker and less safe, I will stand up and fight back every single day.
And after declaring victory here, Langworthy is now headed to New York City, where he hopes to be with Republican candidate Lee Zeldin for the congressional race. Gubernatorial race. No, my apologies. Reporting in Buffalo, Bronson Rasmussen, WNY News Now.
Bronson, thank you very much for that update. Our coverage continues across the district now. Our Alyssa Wright has been with us all evening long. She joins us live now from Mayville, New York at Webb's Captain's Table. And Alyssa, you're joined by our Assemblyman Andy Goodell.
That's right, Justin. I'm here with Assemblyman Andy Goodell, who I've noticed you can't keep your eyes off the screen there. Can you tell us how you're feeling?
I'm very relieved, of course. At the end of every election we are, and very gratified that looks like I'll be going back to the Assembly and continue to be your voice and nominee, if you will. It looks like I'm pulling in a little bit over 70% here in Chautauqua County. I also represent a small sliver of Erie County. I don't have those votes back yet.
And I know you said that hitting over 70 was your goal. So how does that make you feel?
It's great. You only do that when you have a lot of support from a lot of people, friends, relatives, campaign supporters, donors, my family, my wife. So it's a great feeling being able to represent those, and you don't get anywhere without a lot of support from a lot of people, and I'm very thankful.
Definitely. So what's next for you?
As we look forward to the next year, I look forward to working with all my colleagues on both sides of the aisle to try to address what's really on the top of a lot of people's minds and what we can do to bring energy costs down. I hope that includes responsible development of our natural resources here in the southern tier. Also, we need to obviously address the catch and release, no bail provisions. Senator Brull and I have introduced legislation to address that, and we hope that this election will send a strong message to both parties that we need to be sensitive about crime and the importance of safe communities. So I look forward to going back to the Assembly and work with my colleagues on both sides to see if we can make progress on inflation, public safety. Certainly welfare reform has always been a passion of mine, and economic development. So.
Definitely. Now, do you have anything to say to your opponent?
I appreciate the campaign that she ran. Sandra Lewis was professional throughout, very courteous, and that's exactly the type of issue-focused campaign that you always want. She wanted to focus on affordable housing and access to mental health services, as well as economic development, all great issues, and I thought she brought a good perspective and some good ideas to the campaign.
So is crime going to be your #1 priority?
My #1 priority is going to be trying to address inflation, and particularly the cost of energy. Energy affects so much, and we saw National Fuel projecting a 50% increase in our natural gas costs. I mean, that's a huge burden to all of us. So affordable energy is my top choice. Safe communities, certainly a second. Economic development, cutting our taxes, welfare reform, fill out the rest of it.
All right. Is there anything else that you'd like to add tonight?
Well, I'm very thankful and appreciative to the support I've seen from the voters here, and I look forward to doing my very best to represent them.
All right. Well, thank you. Justin, back to you.
All right, Alyssa, thank you very much for that this evening. Obviously now Assemblyman Andy Goodell, as he just mentioned, and WNY News Now able to successfully project the winner for New York State's 150th Assembly seat. The latest totals here in this race, there are still 2 districts out of 102 who have yet to report, but the Republican incumbent with a sizable lead here. 61% of the votes over Democrat challenger Sandra Lewis, with only 26% of the vote here in Chautauqua County, and now part of Erie County as well, which represents a portion of this district. Of course, we'll continue to follow some more races. We're still tracking data in that New York State Senate race for the 57th Senate District between Senator George Borrello and the Democrat challenger there, Dan Brown, which is still too close to call for our likings here, as we're waiting for a few rural districts to come in with their data. We're expecting that probably within the next half an hour or so. And of course, our eyes also now shifting to the big race of the night across New York for New York State Governor. As we step aside here, the latest total is showing Hochul with 51% of the vote over Zeldin's 33%, but the night's still young, only 6,000 votes reported here. This is WNY News Now live election night coverage. We'll be back with another update at 11 o'clock.